Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope everybody's well. It's Monday. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Thanks for being here. This is the Quick Trade Trading Room. We're going to get started right away, guys. It's 1932. A couple of reminders here before we get going, though. Remember, QT or Quick Trade is a licensed FSP, guys, 45262. So, guys joining us on YouTube, thanks for joining in. It's a pleasure to have you as well. And then obviously we are also a licensed over-the-counter derivatives provider. Myself, ladies and gentlemen, a registered rep working under supervision. That's part of the FASE Act, fit and proper. And it's important for me to always mention that for legality purposes. What's very important, I'd like to greet the guys that are brand new here this morning. My name is Ashley Reeve. It's good to be with you. And one last thing there regarding the trading room, guys, it is obviously done through the trading support department, which is a department that specializes in assisting our clients with, practical trading. That's the placing of trades. That's advice when it is necessary. And obviously, we're looking at technique. We're looking at the markets, looking at opportunities, seeing if there's anything for us. And obviously, it builds a lot of confidence, in the mind of all our clients. So it's imperative that you know what the specific platform is for. It's not a teaching platform. It is a trading platform. So there will be mention of certain things. But because of time and because of the audience that we do have, different experience levels, it's impossible for us to go into the detail that we would have loved to. That's why we have other classes running via Stock Market College that can do that. But what we have been doing, what I have been doing in my sessions, I definitely do make the time, in certain instances with certain topics, I will shed a bit of detail there because it definitely builds the competency, all right? And that is from the trading support team. Don't forget your cutoffs there. Mondays to Fridays, that's 1,500 hours. That's the cutoff for your withdrawals. And on Saturdays, that will be at 9 a.m. Also, please note, guys, there are notices that are coming through, about what is happening with regards to quick trade within the month of December. Please don't forget that the trading room will be closed. I believe it's the 21st of December. That will be the last day for the trading room running. Yeah, I believe it's the 21st of December. That will be the last day running for the trading room, but communication will be sent to you guys. All right. I hope you are good. Once again, thank you very much for being here. I would like to just find out, is there any brand new traders with me here this morning? Is anyone that's joining me for the first time ever? I'd like to officially, obviously, welcome you. I'd like to afford the opportunity to the other guys in the trading room also give you a warm welcome. And then we're going to get started. It's Monday morning. Mr. H, that's alles alright also. Mike McLean, you okay? Gabriel, TT, you fine? Herbie, Tato, Fani, John Beloy, Solly. I'm just going through my list here, guys. That's my custom. I like doing that. I really believe that a relationship is so important, especially in this industry. All right, guys, financial services. In specificity, what we do in retail trading here in a derivative space. A relationship is key with investments because remember the financial system itself, it thrives off trust. And you can go and even look at all the FSCA and what they require from people that represent the financial services industry is that they build trust with their clients because finance or money, well, I'm not saying that money is only finance. Finance is a lot of things, but finance in terms of money is really, really a very important and sensitive thing. So if there's no trust between you and your client, if there's no relationship, it makes it very difficult for you to give of yourself. So my sessions are designed then to provide the trust through competency and through practicality. All right. So if you're here for the first time, please note that is a very important point that I just mentioned. The guys that are with me on a regular basis, they're well aware of these things because I do repeat a lot of stuff and repetition is going to be key for you here. All right. So I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anyone that's new. I'm just seeing a lot of mornings from my guys. Let's see. I'm just one more. There's Nayo. Beautiful guys. Let's give Nayo a round of applause. Welcome, Neo. It's good to have you. All right. Absolute pleasure having you. Thanks for coming. Okay. Hope you enjoy it. I'll be with you guys today and tomorrow, and then Roger will be with you guys from Wednesday. All right. Is it only Neo? One last request there from my side. Is it only Neo? Is it only Neo? If it is, all right, then we're going to push on ahead. I'm pretty amped. I like what has been happening the past few weeks. Mr. H, did you see that nice gold sell that's coming out here this morning? We're going to jump straight into the signals. I think let's do that. I just want to make sure that everybody is on par with the fundamentals for the Monday, but so that nobody misses the signals, or just to afford them the opportunity to get in. So please note, I'm going to be doing a bit of a recap here after we do the signals. All right, Tulani is also new, guys. Tulani, so good to have you. All right, Malu, very, very good to have you. Thanks for joining me here this morning. All right, guys, let's give Tulani a round of applause and a warm welcome as well. All right, thanks so much, man. So I'm going to go straight to the MetaTrader 5 for the purposes of the signal or the signals. All right, everybody. And then we're going to go back and retrace to, or pull back to, just the start of the week, the expectation from a fundamental perspective, etc. We'll do that. But let's quickly just afford everybody the opportunity to get into those specific signals if they're interested. The reason, look, I'm going to be very frank with you guys. I would have loved to do the fundamentals. I would have loved to have a chat first, because obviously when I do the chat, it puts the signals into perspective as well. But let's try and accommodate. All right, let's try and accommodate. The first signal here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting at the bottom here. You see 21st of November, gold. We're going to be starting off with that one there. And here we have it, Mr. H. Ek weet, dis jou number 1. And I used this as a example last week to discuss. Remember this, there was nothing in the way here. And I kept it like this, ladies and gentlemen, to say that if we do go down, we're obviously not going to be challenged there, Mike, by any pivot or major points there. You see that as a nice free fall. So it makes sense. And also you guys saw that the dollar did increase, Gabriel. It bounced off a specific support that we highlighted last week, and it's been pushing up very nicely. Now, remember, guys, especially my new guys here this morning, Neo and Tulani, there's a direct correlation between the dollar index and gold. And if the dollar index continues to push up like we're seeing it is, I've highlighted a place where it could retrace to, then we're going to see a very strong move to the downside. So we're doing it on that basis. And also starting off with the fundamentals, I'll deal with that and why I'm optimistic about this and why I feel good about the gold trade, not only from a technical perspective, guys, because the technicals look really good, all right? But fundamentally, there's a lot happening in the US, but we will go through that momentarily, all right? So for now, a short, ladies and gentlemen, TP 1700. I have a 1711 and a 1700 here at the bottom already. I'm going to put on my position size calculator. All right. And remember, guys, it was sell at 1744. All right. Prices obviously moved up and down since the signal came out. So we will get a stop loss. To the new guys joining me here, don't be cemented in the stop loss that you do get on the signal. Sometimes price fluctuates and you need to put a new stop loss in there because of the fluctuation. All right. So if we go for a short right here, look, I'm changing. Hold on. Let me just let me put on that calculator again, because it was not giving me an option there. Hold on. There we go. All right, so we short it down. It seems like it's on my side here that's happening. It could be my mouse battery that's flat and it's not as powerful in terms of its click. All right, so 1700, ladies and gentlemen, that is our TP. Another word synonymous for TP's exit. That's where you would like to get out. Another way to put it, you are selling, but you are looking for a buyer to take your specific position at 1700. And then obviously our stop loss here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pushing it up because I'm trying to find a 1-to-2 ratio. All right, this looks like a good place to find the ratio. It's about a 1.82. If you round it off, it's a 1 to 2. 41 Rand there risk, 74 Rand reward if you're using a 0.01. I'm going to encourage you guys, if you do not have a laptop, try and get one. Keyword try. Why? Because not only is it a good device, bigger screen to work from, it also filters through to your analysis. You have a much bigger screen to look at the charts from. Are we together? And also you are not prevented by the bars. Your phone capacity, your memory can only load a certain amount of bars, all right, on the shorter time frame. So we together dealt with this thing quite a bit even last week. It's a maximum of about 5,000 bars. So a laptop doesn't have that problem. So you can go back in history and you can find good pivot points, all right, and then obviously your analysis can be more crisp, etc. And so I'm going to encourage you guys, if you do not have one, try to get one. Keyword there, try, because I know that it differs from person to person, situation to situation. All right. And so then there's the short, guys. If you'd like to get in, let me just mention the fundamentals here with this specific trade. The US dollar, there has been a very, very good report there, as the analysts are saying from the US, stating that they're going to have a moderate rise there of 50 basis points in that interest rate, moving from 5 to 7% in the policy, and then obviously moving down next year to 0.25% consecutively. So they'll only increase it. What I'm saying is increase it by 50 basis points moderately now, which is the next raise. And then next year, look at raises that equates to 25 basis points at a time. That's the sentiment at this point in time. Anything can happen from here up until January, and it could shift again. All right, everybody. But that is what the investors are glued on. That is what they have found consensus in. And so that is obviously giving the dollar a bit of strength there, as we see coming through. But we'll go to the dollar index. And that is causing this correlation now to take place, where we see the gold coming down, the dollar going up. And there is nothing in the way at this point in time. You can also see, if you took a specific trend line, it's been broken a couple of times. If you look at it from that angle over there, it's been broken. Are we together? It's been broken the second time, the third time, the fourth time. And now you can see it's obviously pushing down further, creating lower highs and lower lows. This area here is well technically beneath. Look at this, well beneath the zone over here. So don't forget that. Now we push down to that specific area there. So we are being supported. The fundamentals is supporting the specific trade at this moment. Note, this is not a long-term hold. This is a short-term hold, ladies and gentlemen. Are we together? And so we want to TP 427 pips away. All right, you can divide it into two as well. And guys, remember, this can take a couple of days. So if I just put that into perspective for you, I say a few days, couple could be 2, 3. Remember, a couple is 2. Does it make sense? When like a man and a wife, it's a couple. So it can take two days. Are we together, guys? So you can see here, it took 1, 2, 3, 4 days to push up from this area 1711. Can you see that? It's already 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th day here. Are we together? So the past 3 days has struggled to go past this specific peak here. So this is the first day outside of that area there. Can you guys see it? Because that close there was still above the zone here. Can you guys see this? That close was still above that area there. So today is the first day outside of that very noisy and busy area. Please note that, all right? That's creating that lower low that you see now. Is everybody with me? Show on day 4, on 1 day. Ari, can you maybe just be a bit more clear there? All right, just a little bit clear there. Are you asking me to cut this one in half for you so you can see the midpoint there? Yes or no? Please let me know, then I can do that. All right. You cut it in half, it will be over 200 pips that you can get out, all right, before the 1700. Just let me know there real quickly, Ari, so that I can obviously quickly move on, all right. Is everybody with me? 14 seconds there for everyone else. Everybody with me there, okay. If you are looking to get out of this a little bit earlier, a little bit earlier. Here we go. Here is that level there, Ari, 1727. If you're looking to get out a little bit earlier, just below, all right, 1727, 1727. All right. Remember, this is not for everybody. Remember, guys, I like to keep things very, very flexible, very versatile. I like to give people options. Mika, you know that. V, you know, I like to give people options. All right, so that they can make up their mind. All right, so 1727, halfway to 1700, according to this nice breakout here. If you're going to take that trade and get out, remember, you can increase your lot sizes there. We're together to that 1727. Henny, you saying 1711 would be perfect. There we go. I see, guys, I love it when there is options, and it's within the 23.6 there. Do you see that? So we're still within the fib. Are we together? These guys, remember, this is an automatic coded indicator or object that's given to us. Are we together? And so then these are the average movement of prices that gets coded into the movement. All right. These objects are coded with that. They look at a specific period of time and they code these specific indicators with the average movements and patterns that they see that's been happening for some time. Are we together? So it's not to say that when you do get in, it is going to be 100 or 200% accurate. You have to use your tools together, as I've been mentioning to you. You have to put them together to get a higher probability, because we're working with averages here. If it was very accurate, you wouldn't need me in this trading room. You just take the fib and then you just do your thing. Does that make sense? You take that indicator and you just trade. If that was the case, but because we work on probability, it's great to have a facilitator. It's great to have someone that is leading in that way, that can say, guys, if we're not going to get out here, here's another option. Are we together? If you're not going to enter here, you might want to think about entering here then. That makes it doable. Is everybody with me there? Probability is now higher than what it would have been if you had nobody to shed some light here. So always remember that, all right? I'm going to push forward now. Everybody gave me their responses. All right. Absolutely. Absolute pleasure as well. All right. Let's go to the next one, guys. We're pushing on. We're going to AUD USD. Now, please let me mention this to you. This short here, guys, AUD USD is highly dependent on the dollar strength. Okay. Always remember that. We're taking a risk now here. All right. So let's go to the AUD USD. Here it is right there. I have a 0.66181 zone there. Is everybody with me? Now that is a shorter time frame. That is a shorter time frame. Are we together? There it is there. Shorter time frame. And I had my reservations. Remember, guys, even if a signal comes out, yes, we go through and we review them. But remember, even in our reviews, there won't always be the same consensus. Does it make sense, everybody? So if someone sees a long, I might say, hey, you know what, I would see a long after the zone. Or if there's a short, I'd say I see a short after 66181. It's not that I disagree with the short, but I don't want to get into it now. I would feel more comfortable. Just like Mr. H said there, that you prefer the 1711 area in gold. I'm saying here to you guys, 66181 for me now, from an analysis perspective, is a preferred entry point there beneath it. But we do have a 66408 area. Look at this, guys. Sell it 66408, 6648. So at the time when it was released, ladies and gentlemen, you can see it's already pushed down. Does that make sense? Here was the 440 area. We've already pushed down by about 9 pips. So we're together. That's market execution, guys. Market execution, and this is based on dollar strength. Everybody with me? So here's the short TP at 0.64900. That's 144 pips away. Your stop loss here, Tulani, looking at a 1-to-2 ratio. Now at this point, after moving down, you can see 67056. Mike V, Zuluman, 0.67056. TT, Gabe, Mpo, you got it. Philip, you have it there. Ari, you got it. Sephora, you got it. Tato, Zeph, good to see you again. We didn't see you last week. Anthony, you got it. Uncle Sean, John, Shemaine, everybody. Anna Marie, you got it. Let me know. Let me know. Googs, you got it. Nomfanello, Mero, Otsile, Vedna, Ricky, Adolf, Kudzai, Botumela, Marius, Mr. W. I'm just calling names. I'm calling names. Christine, Brenton, Let's see if the guys are with me. Gertrude, you got it. Shira, Muntimer, you got it. Gerard, Liatle, Bootle, Ditopo. I'm just calling names. I want to know if you guys are with me here this morning, all right? We're pushing very, very well here now. Matume, you got it. Neo, you got it. All right. I'm getting response. I'm getting a response. Good. It's what I love to see. Love it. Love this Monday morning. Nice and strong. One more time. 64900. If there's any other guys that would love to get in after 66181, put up your hand, write it down. 66. Mika, you got it. 66181. That's after. That is a more conservative entry. It's at that pivot point or beneath that specific area there. All right. So write it down so you have it. Don't make the mistake, all right, of thinking I got it. And then hour or two later, you're like, my word, this thing is going down. It's now beneath that conservative zone. I should have put it in, and you did not. Don't do that to yourself. All right, Boitumelo will wait for the 66181. Anyone else joining Boitumelo there? TT, let me know, please, whilst I push on to the GBP yen. And then we're going to go back to the fundies, what's happening this week. All right, there's a few guys that's in. Gerard is in, Gomalemo is in, beautiful. Hectic week last week. There's Zeph, more relaxed. We hope so too for you, my friend. All right. Siabonga's going to wait. All right. Domfanelo's in. Zeph is in. Umful is in. Titi is in. Mike is in. All right. Okay. So we have a very healthy heartbeat here. Would you guys agree this morning? It's a very healthy heartbeat here. Beautiful to see. GBP yen, guys. I was telling you guys about a possible long last week. Are we together? Possible long last week. And you can see here, I drew that symmetrical triangle. If you guys paid attention to the levels I gave you above 166.299, we have now pushed above it. Still see the upside to 167, ladies and gentlemen. This specific TP here, a little bit higher, 168, 170. Let me just put that in so you can decide which exit you agree with. You can decide which exit you agree with. Hold on for me. 170. So that is the TP for the signal. This is my exit here, 167 here that I gave you guys last week to actually exit at that block or that area there. If I go to a shorter time frame, hold on. Let me just go to a shorter time frame so you can see it. That's my block. 168 is at the top. Are we together? It's right at the top of that specific resistance there. My 167.81 is just below. All right, let's look at the pip distance between the two. It's about 38 pips away from each other. So you decide which TP you would like. But you can see it's still within the buying zone here. Beautifully analyzed. We saw the upside, hit and went over the northern hemisphere here. If you go to a shorter time frame, guys, you can see there is a wick standing out at the top and over there. Are we together? Which is brilliant. COVID fundamentals, there's zero counts against the yen. Yes. But remember now, that might not always filter through there, Mr. H, all right? And if you are so valid in saying that, I totally agree with you. And it's a beautiful fundamental to read, isn't it? So it's beautiful. And what we would like to see is when you read something like that, that it filters through almost immediately, that you can take advantage of it, right? But already you know as it is, Mr. H, fundamentals, when it comes out, it does not always filter through the way we would like to have it, yes? Ari, which part? They get no baie goed te say. I've said a lot of stuff. So tell me which part you would like me to say. This morning, it's like the words are oozing out of my mouth. I don't know how to explain it. It's like there's no stop, you know? Risk and reward. Let's go for it. Let's go and check out that risk and reward. All right. That's for the long. That's for the long. Guys, remember this. I'm going to flag something for you, Mika, TT. Remember, GBP USD is a pair that is currently also moving, correlating with the stronger dollar. So be careful. I'm flagging that one there. So if the pound weakens against the dollar, are we together? It's not to say it's going to weaken against the yen. Are we together? But you got to watch them very carefully together now. Is everybody clear? Hopefully the pound does not weaken against the yen as well. All right. It was a double. I'm telling you, man, plus a Barocca. I don't know, I just had them mixed there. All right. Good job. All right. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. For this long here. Sorry, not on this one. Apologies. GBP. There we go. All right. So for a long, either to 167 or 8 or 167 or 168. Let's do the first one. 167.815. That's 120 to 125 pips. 1-to-2 ratio on this one here is Mike. Hold on. That looks all right. 165.924. We will there, Uncle Sean, definitely. So 165.924 and 167.815. That is the current levels for the first TP. All right. And then the second TP here, guys, is to 168. That's 160 pips, which means now, Mike, we're bringing down our stop loss to be a little bit wider to 165. Now it's about 80 pips. It was just over 60 pips. It's now about 80 pips, 165.749. That's the stop loss. That's about 102 rands worth of risk, 101, and about 200 rand there of reward if you're using a 0.01. If you're using a 0.10, that's 2,000 rand. You're obviously timesing it by 10. And then you're having that 972 there also, all right, that you are making or at least putting into as a risk. Not a problem there, Shemaine. Have a fantastic one. I'll see you at 4 p.m. Okay. At least mine only kicks in at 12, my load shedding. Yeah. Is everybody 100? Who is going for the first option? Who's going for the second option, guys? Quickly give me, just indicate option 1, option 2. Option 1 is 167 and option 2 is 168. All right. Shira's 1, V is 1. Then Uncle Sean is right there. Shemaine, Zoom on the phone. All right, so the guys are going for the 1 there. All right, so you guys are getting out a bit earlier. Okay, it's about 38 pips away. All right, from the second TP there. All right, got you. Beautiful. Those are the 3 signals, good people. Nail's going for 168. All right, anyone joining there? Nail for 168. Majority of the guys went for the 167. That's about 38 pips away from the second TP. All right. And again, guys, it's preference. It's also technique. Yes, technique. Let's not forget that. All right. Technique plays a role. All right. So, guys, let's then quickly go into the fundies. V, you ready? Mika, you ready? Mike, you ready? Let's quickly go into the fundamentals here. All right. Those are the 3 signals. Let's quickly check. I will definitely get into them. I just want to give you guys an update here. It's Monday. You know, I like to do a quick one there. I just brought out those signals first. What's very important about this week ahead, ladies and gentlemen, while in the US, investors, guys, they are watching the release of the FOMC meeting, guys, the minutes. What's also important, there's new home sales. All right, everybody. Durable good orders that will also be checked out. Flash PMI figures for major developed economies. Like the US, Japan, these are all manufacturing. This is all output. This is what's happening, is the releases that they are giving to the world about how they are performing in terms of being industrial or industrious. Are we together? And then also, guys, what's very important to take note is that China, New Zealand, Sweden, I have a few notes here. China, a few notes, China, New Zealand, Sweden, South Korea, Turkey, and Malaysia. They'll be looking at monetary policy, to see what is happening moving forward within the economies. Yes, we don't trade in terms of for some of these countries like Turkey and Malaysia, we don't pay attention to them. But it's just some nice information, to have and to know. And they are woven into the global economy in their own way. Are we together? But what's imperative here, look at this. Wednesday is going to be very, very, very tricky for us. Very big day in terms of the US, a lot of volatility expected. We have the inflation reports coming out, and obviously this will then give us an indication of those interest rates. Will it be moderate? What will Jerome Powell decide? What will he say when we do have another Fed talk? You can see there, even the pound, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of movement there also expected. There's the new home sales I just spoke about. There's the FOMC meetings I just spoke about, initial jobless claims. What are people doing in terms of jobs? Who's filing for jobless claims or the unemployed? Are we together? And so that then filters into the NFP, the non-farm payrolls, where you either get a good expected outcome or a negative. And then just so you guys know, Thursday, there is a Thanksgiving Day holiday within the US. And then Friday, we're going to have an early close in the US. So just make sure that from Wednesday, you understand things might just slow down dramatically even, all right? So from now up until Wednesday, is everybody with me? From now up until Wednesday, we could see a volatile market. Are we together? Because obviously, guys trying to get in and try to get out before we get that holiday on Thursdays. Everybody clear with this, guy? Everybody clear? And the second thing I want you to also note that when those FOMC meetings do come out, even although it's a holiday on Thursday and a early close on Friday, please note what comes out of this FOMC meetings here, Mr. H. Investors can take the money from the dollar and put it into other areas. So there might still be good trading on Thursday and Fridays. Everybody clear with that? That's the second thing I want you to actually put your eyes on. And as much as the dollar can increase dramatically, look at this, from now up until Wednesday, are we together? After Wednesday, because and if the dollar weakens or strengthens, irrespective, guys can take their money out, investors, and make some money on Thursday and Friday without the dollar in other currency pairs. Everybody with me? So there could still be opportunities. So don't miss that. Don't miss that. Roger will be with you guys. All right. So you will obviously get the lowdown on that. The dollar index here, last week, I had a level drawn 105.31. We had a fantastic push here, guys, from that area up. But for me personally, guys, from an analysis perspective, I'm just giving a view. My specific view is this is concerning to me here. This is not a strong support. Is everybody with me? In the analysis that I am grabbing here, this seems to be a pullback, a retracement for some further possible downside to that 102 area there. Is everybody clear with this, guys? All right, some possible downside still to come, but looks like we are retracing at the moment. But if we had to break above that zone, that would be a totally different thing for us to look at. So that's the daily frame. Now look at this hour here, guys. Look at this hour here. So that 109, there is a very big possibility we could come up to this area here and retrace from now up until Wednesday. Is everybody with me? Now, this is what I wanted to mention with that gold trade there, Mr. H. When you look at it from this angle, do you see why I say the gold trade looks good for now? Because here we see a bit of space coming here with this dollar index. Look how it broke out here. So on a 1 hour frame, you can see that this is a resistance. Can you guys see that? This was a resistance, right? And so as this comes up, you see that we come down, we hit the support, goes up again, and now fails. Look at that, fails to come back to that zone there, which tells you this was a pretty strong bump to the downside. You see that? And then we come up, we retest this area, and guess what? Now, Philip, we have broken out of that zone on the shorter time frame. So who can tell me what is this here, guys? What is this area here right now that we're dealing with? I want to know if you guys are with me. I want to know from a shorter time frame perspective, what are we dealing with on this 1 hour frame here at this moment in time? Anyone? There we go. Let's give Googs a round of applause. Let's give Googs a round of applause, guys. We are dealing with phase one. Phase one right now of this breakout, all right, from this resistance here. So what normally happens at that breakout, remember, breakout is a phase. Inside that phase, Mika, there's things that happen. Are we together? In that phase, a breakout tends to have a pullback or a retracement or what they call a retest to where the same area it broke out from. That does happen. The proclivity is there. Everybody clear there? So there is a possibility that we could come back here All right. But I want us to really be careful of something here. Now, are you guys ready for this? Mr. H, watch this. You guys see the zone here that I'm drawing, that area there? Can you see the zone here? Let me lock that specific level. I've locked it. And I'm going to draw something else here now. Watch. You see this here? That zone there. That zone there. All right. And that zone there. Now, if we close beneath these blocks here, can you see what I'm doing here, guys? If we close beneath these blocks here, do you see how there is more downside here, guys? As long as we are up. Hold on. As long as we are on top here, then that's brilliant. Is everybody clear? Everybody clear? As long as we are up here, it's fine. Then we still see that upside, right? But the moment we start breaking down below that zone, that's a problem. That's a problem. So that gold price, Mike, that gold price, us selling it, we need price to stay here. We need price to stay above the zone, above this blocks here. Can you see that? That's the point. We need price. We need this index to stay above here for that gold chart for us to keep on going down. If we break beneath these boxes here, that's why you've got to have this somewhere where you can monitor. If you're not monitoring this, there's a very big problem there. Mika, do you see that, Gabriel? Tabo, do you see it? So these boxes are important. All right. Everybody clear with that? Everybody clear? All right. Beautiful. I got my responses. Let us now move on, guys. Let us move on. Let's get to our MT5 and deal with our NASDAQ. Let's deal with our S&P. Let's deal with our Dow Jones. Now, guys, what's very, very important here, all right, what's very important here in this specific area, hold on for me. Ash, based on what you're saying, do you think gold could retrace to 1744? 17. It is possible, Shira. It is. Are we together? And remember, you already know the fluctuations, right? So it is absolutely possible, my friend. Okay. Okay, so just watch out for that fluctuation. Remember, guys, Shira is asking a very important question. Okay, remember, price fluctuates. So because we know it fluctuates, there could be it pushing up again, but ultimately we're looking for that short to continue going down. All right. Now, guys, what's also important here is that when, should the dollar continuously move up, gold comes down, we're looking at the NASDAQ doing what? Remember now, it's important for us to correlate them. So if we see the dollar keep on going up and gold is coming down, then obviously we're expecting the NASI to come down as well. Everybody clear? We're expecting it to come down as well. And you can see with the NASDAQ, drawn an area here. Look where we are. Look at this. Everybody clear? Is there someone interested that's been looking for the short in the NASDAQ? Because if we continue to go the way that we are going right now at this moment, and this pans out, if the dollar keeps on strengthening and gold keeps on coming down, and this pans out, everybody clear? Then this pans out here. So the area that we're looking for is 11253. 11253. Now from that zone to that zone is 331 pips. That is nothing for the NASDAQ. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see that? So there are two options here. There is a conservative entry. There is, meaning conservative, the guy's waiting for a lower close. And then there is a more aggressive one here that is just below the 11589. Please make a note of that. If you're willing to short it below 11589, 11589, brilliant, or 11530. Please make a note of these two zones here, please, guys. One is slightly more aggressive than the other, slightly more aggressive than the other. All right, the one is slightly more aggressive than the other. Arid, you got it? It's about 57 pips wide. And I can tell you today, a scalper loves 50 pips. It's beautiful. They would even trade just that area there where my cursor is. That's all they'll trade. Then they get out. Big volumes in there, out. The guy that is going to hold the trade, remember, this is swinging now from the top side. This is swinging from the top side here. Can you guys see that? Yeah, that's why it's taking a bit longer. Swing trades take longer. V, you know that, right? Zulu, Tabo, Ari, remember, swing trades take longer. All right, guys. That's 1 day there, 2 days is the third day. Look there, it's already 3 days. We're not done with that peak yet. So swing trades take longer. Absolutely, Shira. I got that one there, my friend. I got your comment there, yeah? So this is a swing trade, ladies and gentlemen. Look how many days it's been swinging from this area. Guys, this is a very, very, very risky time, all right? Who can also see something that's a red flag? Look at these specific candles showing exhaustion. Can you guys see that? This is a very risky trade. Is everybody clear? It's a very risky trade. That's a flag that I'm putting in so you know that I've mentioned it. So you're not surprised. Look at that exhaustion there. Be very careful. That is why it's better than to see this exhaustion not pull through. I'm going to say it like this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Exhaustion is on top of our zone. If this pushes down, it obviously tells us the exhaustion is not enough for us to keep on going up. Do you see that? Everybody with me? It means the buyers are not successful if we push below this zone here, because that is a major area. Whenever price moves past a major area, what you thought is null and void before that major area. Can I say that again? When price moves past a major area, whatever you thought about that zone is now null and void. As long as it is before that specific major area, your analysis could go that specific way that you had mentioned. But the moment it closes past, above or beneath, it's different now. All right. So here it's struggling just a little bit. Let's look at the S&P 500 and see this one. Exactly, Neo. Anything can happen there. And I agree with you, very fast. Very fast. All right. So this fellow here, guys, we had a long here, but obviously you can see this long was based on last week's dollar weakness. But can you see how things have shifted now? All right. Things have shifted. And guys, remember, fundamentals plays a very important point. But once again, it does not mean that we were wrong about the long. It's maybe just delayed. Is everybody there? It doesn't mean we were wrong. It's just delayed. So here we see a similar setup. There's a lot of resistance here to the downside. Look at all those wicks over there. But if we do push below, guys, we're going down. Let's wait with this one here. Let's wait with it. It's a smaller index of measurement. So the pip distance is not going to be as great as what you see with that of the NASDAQ. From there to there is only about 41 pips. That's a bit different. So we'll wait on this. We can maybe hook up again on, at 4 p.m. and see if there's anything different there. Very, very important one here as well, guys. Look at this. At that resistance, look at that exhaustion there. We're pushing up, but we're failing. Look at the 12-hour here. Look at those wicks standing out, guys. I'm going to go back to my dollar index quickly and just tell you, this here is going to be very important for you to watch, Mr. H. All right, Anthony. Please, guys, pay attention to this. I'm begging you, because that US 30, all right, and that NASDAQ is showing us a different sign. Look at this upside here that could still come. Look at those wicks. Look at these wicks that's just standing up. Am I saying that we're not going to go down? No, there could be a nice pullback, but watch that dollar, please, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's leave this one. We're still accumulating in that zone. Even if you go to the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1, we're still in accumulation here. All right, Brent, we can now see that we have pushed below that support. That support there. All right, we've pushed below it. $77. Guys, write that down. Possible movement to 77.39. Please write that down. We're going to monitor this one. We will monitor this one. It's about 75 pips away. Please write that down. 79 pips. Then I want you to write the following down as well. Breakout zone. Breakout zone 84.77. Write that down for me. Breakout area 84.77. Write that down for me, good people. Doing very well this morning. Absolutely, absolutely loving it. All right, Mika, you got it? 84.77, exit 77.39. All right. WTI, if this one is moving south, very big possibility. We're also moving south here. We are already at the breakout zone there, ladies and gentlemen. This one is a little bit different. Gonna find a lower zone there. 79. This will be far riskier though. Please write down 67.24, ladies and gentlemen. Write it down for me. Write it down for me. I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to find the Brent here, guys. I had something that I was actually going through in terms of an article. Okay, we'll see if I can find it just now. All right. All right, everybody. So 79.21 and then 67.24. Please let me know if you have that. Let me give everybody 14 seconds there whilst I'm waiting. All right. All right. Yes. So guys, remember the monetary tightening, or at least the policy there, all right, is affecting the thoughts, the comments, the notions of a possible or a much lower recession. And so obviously this is affecting even the movement here with Brent and with WTI. At the end of the year, a lot of guys are getting, I wouldn't say wishy-washy. Those would be the wrong words to use, but they are definitely a little bit more concerned with just putting in their money anywhere. All right. I have a even here, I have a very conservative entry here as well. I just want to mimic that and say 77 is a more conservative zone here. Is there anyone that would like to write down that one there, guys? 77.80. That's a more conservative entry now even. All right, so the one is 79 and the other one is 77. I just want to give you guys a bit of options. All right, just a bit of options so that you know you can mimic that you know, the fundamental that you're reading as well. If we get a lower area or a further push down, then you should ready yourself for that and get in at a very nice place. And so 77.80 looks like a beautiful area. That's still, I think, well over 100 pips, guys, could be, or close to it. Yeah, it is. Look there, 106 pips. All right, so 77.80. You guys got that? You guys got that? All right. There's the gold. Still looking beautiful here. You guys should be in profits, am I right? Okay, beautiful. All right, let's go now to those dollar pairs, guys. Let's go to the dollar pairs. USD JPY, first one, 142.29. 142.29. It's that area there. Mr. H, that's what I'm concerned about, this one here. 142.29. If we break above that 142 there, we take it up. All right. Please write that down, guys. If we break above the 142, all right, 0.294, we break up, but let's do this. Ooh, this is actually, wow, this is very interesting. Here is a shorter time frame. But this is already, there's 37 pips. Guys, if you'd like to long it to 142.29, please note the following. From a trend perspective, Neo, Tulani, look at this. 1, 2, 3. It's broken 3 times. Can you see that? All right. It looks good. I agree there, Uncle Sean. It looks good. It looks good. Guys, please write this down, 142.294. That could be a possible long for you at this moment in time. Let's quickly go and make this a little bit more appealing to the guys. Let's get that data running there. Can you guys see this? Even if I take it there or I take it there, it's pushed up significantly. Can you see where we are now? We are in the buying zone. There's the apex. We are in the buying zone. Ash, where's the buying zone? This entire area is the buying zone. Can you guys see that? We are in the buying zone. Everybody clear? So let's do this now. Watch. I did this last week with you guys. I don't know if you remember. The fib. Down to that zone there. Oh, absolutely incredible. Look at this. Isn't that just phenomenal? Mr. H, isn't it beautiful? Whew. That is absolutely stunning if you ask me. Mika, what do you think? Mike, what do you think? Look at this beauty here, man. My word. All right, so 140, we above, right? Let's look how far above we are. Do we have, ooh, look at that beauty there. Look at that beauty. We've broken above it. See that? This is a now trade. It is not a trade that is going to be going on for a week. Are we together? If we see that dollar keep on strengthening, it will be brilliant. Anyone interested in this one? Can I do some risk and reward? All right. Still a bit of risk and reward here on the long. Remember, we're supporting dollar strength here, okay? Looks very nice, guys. We're supporting dollar strength. 142.294, 125. The fib. Take last week there. Suggested. Shira, maybe I'm a bit slow here this morning. Stop loss. Stop loss 140.399. That's for now. So just to give you, just to contextualize, all right? All the suggestions. Short, the suggestions, yes. So V, look at this. Contextualizing the fib from there to there. Remember, we are trading in between the zone here. All right, V. That's what we're doing. We are trading in between the zone. So remember, I've been dealing with this symmetrical triangle now for some time. Yes, and I said to you, there's a northern hemisphere, there's a southern hemisphere. I said to you, this is the buying zone here. Are we together? And this is the selling zone, buying zone, selling zone. Here's the apex, the finish line. When price crosses the line, that is considered, technically speaking, here on the specific case, in this case, there's more buyers here. All right, that's the first thing there, right, V? So now that we have gathered all of that data and we have adjusted ourselves to the notion that there's more buyers in here, now we use the fib to look at the strength of those buyers. So now I'm using the fib in a different way here. V, you see that it's a different way now of using the fib. So the fib, I've used it now in three ways. The first way, I used it as a normal retracement tool. That's what it's designed for, right? Retracement tool. How far does it retrace down, or how far does it retrace up? The second way I showed you that you can use a fib is to cut ranges in half. Are we together? And another range in half, another range in half. And the third way that I'm teaching you at using from a technical perspective, showing how to use this tool, you take it from that high and you take it to the low of that range there, and then you find how far has it broken above into the buying zone. This has gone where that dashed line is. It's broken 61% above, all right, into the buying zone from that support. Do you see that? Which increases the probability for our long to pan out. Always remember, it's about the probability here. Is everybody with me? And it broke it exactly. It broke the centerpiece. If you look at it from that area to that area at the bottom, it broke the centerpiece. Do you see that? 10-day moving though, how strong do you think that resistance will be? Look, I can't tell you how strong it will be. All right, Shira. Remember, you'll never know until it hits that specific area. Then you know. All you do before that is that you are putting probability in there. All right, you're putting probability in there. All right, you got it. Is everybody clear there? Everybody clear? Can I move on? Let's go to GBP USD. This one here, guys, I'll be honest with you on this one. I'm a little bit, this one is consolidating a bit. And there are still higher lows here. You can see the higher lows here. Are we together? So I'm going to leave this one. I'm not going to get or show anything for it now. Let's just see how the data, what the data produces. Look at that. Absolutely. Uncle Sean, yeah. And it's Wednesday. Both of them are getting some crazy funds. All right. Euro USD. The only reason why I'm a little bit skeptical about this one, guys, is because of this block here. Mike, look at this block here. This piece here, I'm very skeptical about that zone. If we break the 1.02, no problem. Can you see that? No problem. But right now, look where we are. Look at that zone. So I really don't want us to get into unnecessary stuff. Does that make sense? Remember, guys, if you can avoid a fight, avoid a fight. Are we together? If you can avoid a fight, avoid a fight. All right. Sometimes certain things are unnecessary. The same with this here, guys. I'm also avoiding this one. This hit out TP long ago, but it has not progressed above there, so we leave it alone for now. Let's wait to see how the data forms here. All right. AUD USD, we already did this one. Some chose to go in now. Others said they'll wait for 6618. All right. Then USD Swiss franc. This one was very successful last week. You can see that what we've done here now is we've hit that support. All right. And so we are still pushing. We've gone above the 95214. And what's very important is that from here to here is about 145 pips. All right. Which lines up with that zone there. So I'm going to cut this one in half for you guys as well. Now, V, to go back to Tabo's, the centerpiece, you see that we're above the 50. Can you see that? We're above the 50. Now, watch this. Tabo, what you said just now, with that 50 mark there, which I've mentioned to you guys, I've taken the whole range into consideration in this specific instance. Now, V, here's the nugget. Ari, are you ready? Mika, are you ready? We've looked at the whole range. We've broken above the 50. Does that make sense? So what we're doing now, we are looking at that symmetrical triangle, which I'm going to draw again here. Looks similar to the USD Japanese yen. Can you guys see the correlation? Very similar to the Japanese yen. All right, look at this one here. And then look at the zone over here. Can you guys see this? You can take it a foot further. All right. So can you see we're currently at that zone? Now look at this. This is very important, what I'm going to show now. Look at that area there. And let's go and show it in this context. Now, this is the scary part. Mika, this is the scary part. Look at the red zone, Southern Hemisphere, Mr. H. And look at the green zone. Shira. Which one is fatter, guys? It's the red. Do you see that? That, guys, that is very concerning to me. All right, this is very concerning to me. We had to take this long now. All right. Now, that's one thing. That's one thing. The USD yen already broke out of the Northern Hemisphere. Can you see that? The USD Swiss franc did not break out there. Let's go back and I'll show you. Look at the USD yen. We've already broken out of the Northern Hemisphere. Can you guys see that? You see? Exactly. The CHF is a strong currency, guys. So let's go back. USD Swiss franc. All right, we are still inside. Now watch the next thing here now. Ari, there's the apex. All right, I'm zooming in. Look at that, rejecting, right? Now what's very important here is that I'm going to take that fib now. hold on. V, here we go. I'm taking the fib. Can you see it? Can you see this? Now, this would be a much better thing to draw, or much better place to draw it at this one, because you want to get out earlier. Do you see that? You want to get out earlier. You take it from that area there. That's the high you want to use. You see that? And then you use this area here, not this 0.93. V, do you see that? You're using the actual movement when it bounced. That's the specific difference there. Do you see that? You're using the actual closing there of that price. And can you see, if I take this and I place that there, aha. Mr. H, how's this for accuracy? Mika, V, how's this for accuracy? Isn't this beautiful? Man, look at this. So if I shift lower down, look at this. We need this to break. We need this to break. Do you see that? If that doesn't break, guys, we could be going down first. That's a problem. So if you long this guy now, and this guy decides, V, all right, Mike, if this thing decides, Gertrude, so you're going for the long, right? You're there. But then price comes down like this, boom. Do you see this? So now we're in the selling zone, and we add the support here. And I imagine you put your stop loss here. Hit your stop loss, boom, and then it goes up again. Do you see? That's why we need this zone here to be violated now. All right. And when it's violated, we need it to cross over as well. This is so important. And that requires, someone said it earlier on, Shara said it, patience. All right. If there's no patience here, problem. Everybody clear? So please, let's just watch this one for now. If we break above there, it will be an ailerons. An ailerons. All right, everybody clear? Let's go to FTSE. Where's Fani? All right, look at this. We still at that resistance, Fani. We still at that resistance. All right. Let's wait this one out, and we're calculating. Oof, but it's so tempting, but this is a range trade here. All right. Are we together? That there, that is a range trade. Everybody with me? The Dow, Mantimer. Saying what there? For the 44. Oh, the range trade. Because look at this, it's accumulating inside there, Ari. You see that? It's between a range. There's the lows there, there's the highs there. So if you're going to short it, then obviously you short it to this area. That will be a shorter movement to, let's see, that's 34 pips. Do you see that now? Type of structure. Okay, the range. Okay, I'm with you. So you see that zone there now, because that's where the box is. See, guys, I look for boxes, eh? I look for the start of the day, the start of the week, the start of the month. I specifically look for those areas because, all right, let me say it in this way. Let me say it in this way. CHFJPY, we're going to go there now. We're going to go to the Dow first just to relook. Mantimer, I don't know what you want to do here. It's ranging at this moment. Oh, you're waiting. Okay. Make a note of that 33501. That's a short-term trade. Guys, can I just say this to you quickly? Or maybe let me just ask the question. So does it not make sense that price must have some form of centeredness, guys? Doesn't it make sense that that price should have a center that it normally gravitates towards? Are we from a gravity perspective, guys? All right, let me ask it in that specific way. Gravity, you know, with force, all right, you can throw something up or something can go up. Are we together? With force, it can go higher. Am I right or wrong? So force pressure can push something up very high. Am I right or wrong? I'm right, right? But then eventually what happens? It comes back to Earth as the center of gravity. Does that make sense? Now take that concept and let's bring it to price here, Mr. H. All right? Because this is now, for me, guys, the reason why I like explaining stuff like this, Mpo, is because this helps you create the technical picture for yourself. So when I say pay attention to the start of a day, the start of a week, the start of a month, the start of a year, etc., I'm saying to you that those are the center of gravity zones for price to generally actually come back to. Is everybody with me there, guys? Everybody with me? That's the center gravity or the center of gravity or the center zone that price gravitates towards. Should it have been pushed up very high, it goes either to a peak that is at a specific area of a month, a week, a day, or year. And when it comes down, the same thing happens. All right, that's a very, very important point there. Oh, exactly. All right. That's a very, 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 very important part. All right. Let's push on. Shira, sorry, I got your text there, Shira, my friend. Sorry, man. I understand sometimes, remember, the frustration. We had a possible, well, we had a short on the Netflix. I did say to you that this gap must be covered. It has now covered it. Are we together? We still looking for the upside. Still, there's nothing that has changed there. 387. Are we together? This is a pullback. This is a pullback that is currently happening, which we did chat about. The only time, Shira, all right, where it can possibly affect our balance now is beneath 274. All right, beneath 274. 274 is violent. It's the only time that we really say, okay, let's you know, get out for now, and then we wait for it to go up again. All right. But for now, still pretty solid. All right. Still pretty solid in that one. Let's go to CHFJPY. Okay, so CHFJPY, look at that rejection there. Seems like that rejection is done now, eh? You see how the USD Swiss franc is being affected by this? Can you guys see that? USD Swiss franc here, look at this. But I would watch this area here. I would watch that. 147. I would watch that very carefully, because that is an area of big noise. And if price hits that area, comes back down again, you're in trouble. If it breaks through that zone, different story. But right now, if it breaks and comes back down, you're in trouble. You got that? Everybody got that? NZD-JPY. This one we did not touch. We hit the 61. We hit the 61. We can short it beneath. All right, 85. 85 has not gone beneath there yet successfully. Euro GBP, this was a possible short, but we needed to break 86 first. 86 first. It's coming down nicely. Can you guys see that? I left this one on from last week. So 86 point, 0.8676. 0, 0.8676, 0. All right. And then CAD JPY. You still at that support? You still at that support? Let's wait with this one. Yeah, we've done GBP for long. There was two zones, yes, 167 and 168. We've already done this one earlier when we just came on, we did this. 167.81 as an exit or 168. You guys got it? Let's push, guys. Let's go. AUD CAD. We've pushed down successfully to that zone there. Let's be very careful here, guys, at this moment. From there, it's only 24 pips. There's nothing for us to do here. Only 21, no, 22. Nothing for us to do here. Let's leave that one alone for now. Euro CAD. Absolutely stunning. Let's look at this one. This is beautiful. All right, here we go. 1.35943. Write it down for me. 1.35943. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is a stunner. Let's give more detail here. Ooh, this is marvelous. This is the first TP1 today. And there's TP2. TP1 from there to there is 78 pips away. That's at this moment in time. That's the shorter time frame trade. Expect a bit of resistance at this box here, and at this box. So expect resistance at those three areas. Expect fluctuation there. Expect. It could do something like this even. Expected. I drew these boxes for a reason. All right, let me just zoom in. 1.36, 860. Guys, let me first just give you the levels before you decide to get in. I want to flag a few things first. 76 pips. Okay, hold on, nothing there yet. Okay. Nothing there. That's way too far out. Please watch this zone for me, guys. Please watch this zone for me here. Hold on. Stop loss. Guys, I want you to pay attention to this one, please. Stop loss 1.38. 066. 1.38 066. Then I want to flag this to you. See you, Mika. I'll see you at 4, right? Guys, make a note of this. I need to flag this. If you get into this trade now, flag first one, 1.38066. All right, stop loss. Then here's the red flag. Hold on. You see this zone here. 1.37801. If we break above that area, that might be a time to get out of this trade. Are we together, everybody? Before it hits the stop loss. Is everybody with me here, guys? Please write that down. You can get in now, 1.37801, but flag this. If we get candles above that area, get out. All right, everybody clear? You see, the reason why I'm not giving you one here, non-Panello. This is a intraday trade. If you make this an emergency exit, then we're going to use these highs here. All right, then we're going to use these highs here. So this is an intraday trade. So now you're looking at the hourlies. All right, clear? Please be careful of that area. 37801. This is intraday, shorter time frame, higher risk. It's going to require you to be very, very focused here and alert. All right. Everybody clear there? All right. Let's quickly go and look at that gold one more time before we adjourn for the morning. Okay, still looking good. And then let's look at the dollar real quick, and then we leave it for just for the morning. Still looking good, guys. Beautiful. Oh, and the USD JPY, yes. Still looking good there too. Beautiful. All right. All right, everybody. So 4 p.m., me and you, we'll be back. Let's see how our trades are panning out. Let's see if they are working nicely with us. Let's see if the dollar plays game with us. And let's see if gold does that good thing for us by going down for now. All right. You guys were wonderful. Absolute pleasure as always. Very strong start. Are we together? Very, very strong start to the week and absolutely love it. All right. I'll see you guys at 4 p.m. Please do not be late, guys. You guys are welcome, 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 welcome. All the guys on YouTube, thanks for joining me. Absolute pleasure. I'll see you guys at 4. Ciao.